Oh well, good morning folks. It's nearly lunchtime. It's Wednesday, the 30th I think of October. It's Halloween tomorrow, isn't it? I think. Oh well. There you go. I scare anybody any day, so it doesn't matter. Well, I don't know whether you saw my other video from last week when my daughter was here. I decided I wanted to try turkey breast for Christmas, and I thought I would see if it works in the sous vide. So I bought two frozen breasts. Well, there was only two small ones. They weren't very big. It's only $19, but I thought I'd give my daughter a treat and the family. It lasted us 2 meals, so it was pretty reasonable. $10 a meal for 4 people. So it worked out really well. I thought I'd have a dummy run, but it wasn't really a dummy run. It's the wrong thing to say. It was more of a practice for Christmas, because I usually do my turkey. I buy a whole turkey, and I usually do it in the Weber kettle, and it's usually pretty good. But there is a problem with turkey. I don't know whether everybody knows this, but the legs and the wings always need longer to cook at a higher temperature than the breast. So if you cook them to perfection, usually the breast is overcooked and it's dry. If you get the I have this trouble every year, and I've been cooking turkeys ever since I got married. You know, I usually I like the breast, and so does the rest of the family, so I make sure that that's cooked properly. But the wings and the thighs and the legs are always undercooked, so I have to recook them after. So what I'm going to do this year, I bought a whole turkey. I got one at Aldi the other day for $30, and it's a 3.8 kilo turkey. So what I'm going to do this time, what the chefs do, and I've been watching it online, all the really good chefs where you go for your meal don't cook a whole turkey. There's no way that you can cook a whole turkey and get it perfect. It's either one or the other. Either the legs or the breast is cooked, and one isn't. So what they do, they take the turkey to pieces. They take the legs off, the thighs and the wings. Then they take the breasts off, and then you bag it with all the herbs, spices and a bit of butter to put it in the sous vide, and you cook that for anything up to 10 hours. I haven't worked that out yet, how long I'm going to do mine, because I want to see how big the pieces are. But I'm going to have to start the legs first at a longer and higher temperature. Then when they're done, I'm going to lower the temperature and then cook the breast for another period of time, which will be a less time. But I'm going to leave the legs and the wings and the thighs in with the breast, so make sure they're cooked, because you can do that, and being at a lower temperature, it won't overcook the thighs and the legs. Apparently, it's a brilliant method of cooking, and apparently it's the juiciest turkey you've ever had. Now, when I did this turkey breast last week, that's the best turkey breast I've ever eaten. It was absolutely flavoursome, and then you brown it off. You can have it in a cast iron pan and brown the skin. You can put it in the oven and brown the skin, you can put it in the Weber and brown the skin, you can smoke it, or you can use a flamethrower, which I'm going to do, and see how we go there. Some even use a heat gun, which I've got, and it goes up to 650 degrees C. So that would do the job too. And I'll bring you back. I'll show you now the turkey, and I will bring you back. I'll bring you back in when I've cut it up. I'm not going to risk. Video in it while I'm using very, very, very sharp knives. And if you saw the knives I've got, they're proper butcher's knives. That's a stiffer one. Sorry, that's the stiffer one, and that's the flexible one for going red. They're boning knives. So they're the knives I'm going to be using. That's the turkey. It's 3.8 kilos. It says 45 minutes a kilo in the oven, and there's 15 serves in it. Well, what I'm going to do, once it's all cooked, I'm going to leave some of them in the bags to cool off and freeze them. I won't be cooking it all in one day. I just want to know what it's like, whether I use this method for my Christmas dinner. Seeing as there's only 3 of us, we don't have to keep eating turkey for the rest of the week. So, but what I can do, once I've took the wings and the legs and the thighs off, I can leave the breast on the carcass, and I can sous vide that together in a bag too. But having done what I did last week and take the breast off the bone, I'm quite happy with that. That was absolutely beautiful. And if this is anywhere near as good as that one was, I'll be a very happy man. And that's the way we will do it at Christmas. Anyway, I'll bring you back soon. See you in a bit. Well, here we go again, folks. I'll take the wing off just to have a bit of a practice. We shall do the endeavour to take the other wing off. And just remember, I've never done a turkey before, so this is my first time.
Already she's made 3 different sets of Danish pastries, a wedding cake, a loaf of bread. Yeah,
I've got to break the joint here.
Mum's amazing at juggling everything. She's managed to do everything for Bake Off. She's running her own business. I don't know how she's done it all.
I think I got it.
And this is the first thing she's done really for us.
I really am very proud. I know everybody thinks it, but I think I've got the best mum.
There we go. That's the wing. Clean up as I go. That's me. No, I don't want this part. So that can come off. There it is. I don't want that part. That would have been for the dogs. So that's my wings done. Now we'll have a go at the leg. But I'll get ready for the next part, and I will bring you back in just a second. Okay, took one leg off. I'm going to endeavour to take the next leg off. So got to cut close to the.
If you're thinking of Airbnb your home, but you don't want to do it alone, get yourself a partner. An Airbnb co-host will do the hosting for you.
Outside the tent, the contestants' friends and family have arrived, along with a few familiar faces.
I was quite anxious coming here. That gingerbread falling down, that was my last experience. But no, it's really nice, lovely, seeing all the bakers again, experience fashion. It's really funny being back. Of course, I'd love to be in the tent by now. Great to be here. Love to be here.
Got to go close to that bone there now. The carcass. Without cutting my fingers.
Plans well, she's impeccable, and she's so
Ah, that's got it. You've got to get that, separate that joint. Straight down. And I'll separate these later. The thigh and the leg. Actually, I don't know, I might even keep them on. We'll see, I'll see how I feel later. Now I'm going to take this off. This is surplus to our requirements. That's no good. Don't want that. Now, got to get this wishbone out. That's a hard part.
I'm ashamed of myself for not measuring out the pastry, but I've got to get these sausage rolls finished, so screw the measurements.
That's a hard one to get round. The problem is, you can't see it, so you've got to know where it is. Because you've got to virtually cut it out. I've got that side.
Okay, picnickers, you don't want to keep a good wasp waiting. You've got half an hour to finish, half an hour.
I'm going to have to do chocolate collar now. It's a very simple and easy chocolate collar this time. I'm going to try and chill that somehow. Try. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Oh, I broke it. Damn it.
I've caught the edges of these.
So this is my sugar glaze. Just makes it look shiny and nice, really. Right. 1, 2, 3. I can't leave it in there very long, otherwise it won't be flexible at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me Netflix an extra 5. It's become like very hot. I'll stick down your spit.
That's nice. Ooh, got a rise on those. Okay, ladies and gents, I have no wish to hamper you, but you have 5 minutes left on your final showstoppers.
It's fiddly.
Not doing it, just not coming off. I had a minor disaster here. My collar, I over chilled it, and it doesn't want to come off. I don't quite know what I'm
Anyway,
going to do about that.
Okay, little piggies need to put things in the hamper. Little piggies need to stop in 2 minutes. These are the sausage rolls.
Oh, it's not today. What a pity.
I got some of it out, but not all of it.
Oh,
Oh, hang on.
Rushed it, I would say.
I've got hold of it, but I can't. It seems to be able to. bite the bullet.
You can do no more.
And
You finished?
Hey, well done.
that'll be for the stock and the gravy. Now, I could sous vide it like this, but I don't want to. I'm gonna take it off the bone.
Always see the negatives, always see the bits I don't like, always think everybody else's is better. But I've given it, I've given everything.
I think cry. I think it's just the emotion of finishing.
Close to
I'm not
the
doing it again. I
the
think it's
backbone.
sad. I'll really miss it. I'd love to finish. And I'm gonna just wipe my eyes now. But I'm not gonna cry. But it's been great.
Jane, join hand with your hamburgers.
I'm sure the Queen would love this colourful selection, and it does look right royal and regal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
To start with the sausage roll. You've got some issues with raw pastry inside here.
Oh, is it?
See the layers? It hasn't baked all the way through.
But the flavour tastes delicious.
Thank you.
This is the tart. Pale but baked. Nice and crispy.
It looks absolutely crammed down full of salmon and prawn. It's very, very good.
Right. Scone.
To me, with my eyes shut, it tastes like a rather good cheese scone. I don't actually taste the butternut squasher.
It's a shame. It would have been nice to get something with a little bit more kick in it.
These tarts, the decoration on the top is so pretty you couldn't resist picking those up. You've managed to keep that pastry beautifully crisp. The cotton cut's held and none of it's dripping down the side. The flavour's good.
Right, we'll move on to your cake.
It isn't what you planned, your band, but you didn't panic.
right.
Now that's a lovely surprise in the middle there.
And there's a breast.
Great chocolate cake.
Thank you.
Taste piece looks light,
Thank you.
soft, and then with that cream in the middle with a kick from the cherry.
That's a,
Nice peaceful.
Not the best.
About the colour.
but first time I've done this on a turkey. So
Andrew.
It is beautifully displayed, very meticulous, just like you. Everything we've seen has been very calculated, beautifully presented.
Right, we'll start with the sausage roll. Let's have a quick cut. Yeah. The taste of that sausage is fantastic.
Beautiful sausages, but it's such a thick layer of undercooked pastry. I think that would eat it.
that one come off a bit better.
Scone.
And there's the other one. There is a sinew in there that we have to take out.
And the look of them.
I've
is
got to find that.
fantastic, but the flavour just isn't there.
I'm trying to find the cheese. I've got the paprika.
No, I'm not getting it full.
Let's try the
Get
ghee.
rid of that. I don't need that.
Nice colour.
And that's
Heat all the
the
way
turkey.
around. Looks like it's been professionally blocked.
This will all go in
Crispy.
That's the right
for stock,
pastry.
and we'll see how we go with that.
The flavour of that is delicious. Yeah, probably worked that pastry a little bit too much. That should just fall apart. Let's try the strawberry tart. Now, obviously straight away, there's an issue with this. I don't even lift it. I know it's going to be soggy
I'll
underneath.
get the chopper on that later. Really Chinese chopper. Smash that to bits.
Baked pastry. Actually, it tastes good. I think the problem is when you put the sugar syrup on it.
I've left a bit more meat on one side than the other
so the whole
for
thing-
some reason.
Okay.
But that will get used. See, that's in you.
Those sounds are beautiful.
You gotta get that out.
Listen to your grandma's recipe.
And there's a way of scraping that out. You don't pull it out. You scrape it up, scrape it off the meat.
That's a great cake.
So I believe.
That's a really nice cake.
So we'll
But the Nash keeps it moist. Very, very good
Like-
cake.
I think that's
Like
like
that.
I have the cake any day.
and that's how that comes out. And this meat will not be wasted. In fact, before I make stock out of this,
It looks
I'll endeavour to get a bit more
lots of colour.
meat off this side.
Just looking at now, trying to get into them.
That's his mouth, the tape, nose, eyes. Yeah. Okay.
And this little crispy tail.
And do that in a bag all on its own. Cook it on its own. A lot of waste on
That's a good tough pastry.
when you think about these
Shaky layers.
poor animals.
Unusual that that pudding.
I think they're great.
Even the butchers have trouble
You've got beautiful layers.
getting it all off. Still some icing, look at that.
To the quiche.
That's about it. There's not much more on there, to be honest. I didn't do a bad job, to be honest.
What I like is
Better than I expected. I have done chickens before, but they're dead easy compared to this. Okay, folks,
that's a good quiche. They taste good.
I will endeavour now to
It's well baked.
clean it up
Nice.
and put it in bags, and I'll bring you back when that's done. See you in a bit. Okay, folks, that's all done. It's all vacuumed, sealed. This here, this one, that's the carcass. That's going to make the gravy. There'll be some juices come out of these too, so I'll add that to it and we'll make gravy out of that, or make a stock out of it, and then use some of the stock to make a gravy, and then we can freeze the rest of the stock and use it later on if we have chicken. It's be a lovely gravy. Now what I've done, I got the two breasts. This one I'm going to do first. I've got butter, salt and pepper. Butter, salt and pepper. I've got a wing and a leg and a thigh, and I got two of those. So I got 4 meals for $30, which is $7.50 a meal, $2.25 for each for 3 of us. And I think we'll get 4 good meals out of that. And it's turkey, you know. I mean, turkeys are not cheap usually. I usually get a fresh one, but this was a frozen one. And what I've done here, I've got the thigh, the leg and the wing. They've just got the breast, and obviously that's for the stock, and I've got that there. We'll get meal out of that each. We'll get 2 meals there and 2 meals there. When I come to cooking the first batch, well, I'm gonna cook it all. I'm hoping to start today. I've just got to work out how long I'm going to cook it for, because I've got to get it on. I might even have to start it tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. I might even have to leave it to the weekend because I've got 2 busy days coming up. The shopping days, Thursday and Friday. I've got to go and pick some stuff up from the doctors for Beryl tomorrow. I can't take her with me. She's having trouble walking again, so I shall bring you back when I'm ready to put it in the CV. CV, sorry, not the CV, the CV. Duh, I just keep saying that. There you go. Not used to cooking this way. but it is a good way of cooking. I loved it. That turkey I did last week was absolutely the best, and I have to admit that I started off with the idea of pulling it to pieces because I didn't think I was going to like it, but I pride myself of being able to cook on the Weber really good, and it is not bad, but it's not as good as that. I have to admit that, and I hate it. So I'm the sort of person I'll go with what's working, you know. I'm not a traditionalist and say, oh, I've always cooked it in a Weber, I'm always going to cook it in a Weber. That's rubbish. It's like voting. I'm a swinging voter. I vote for policies, not for people. So I've always been that way. So I'm like that with everything. It's what it is. If it suits the situation, it suits me, then I'll go for it. If it doesn't, I'll change. It's as simple as that. That's the way I am. I'm a loyal person too with people, but I'm not loyal towards products, and I'm not loyal towards ways of doing things. I'm always willing to learn new ways, and I think that's pretty healthy, you know. So I will leave it with you, and don't forget, I'll remind you, do all the good stuff. Give us a like, that triggers the algorithms to spread the video further. Comment, let me know how you do your turkey, whether you'd like to do it this way. If you want to know what equipment I use, please ask, I'll let you know. I don't get time to put all the stuff down in the like the comments or anything, but if you do comment on me, I will reply to you, and I'll do the best of my ability to tell you what I got and how to do it. Otherwise, do what I do and just muddle through it and watch a few videos off YouTube, which I do, and see if you can do it. And the more you do it, the better you get, and I prove that. So okay then, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, do me a great favour, subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot, especially me, because it gives me an incentive to keep doing it, because I don't get much else to do. So this is my, what I call it, therapy. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good rest of the day. I might add the cooking onto this. I've got a few things to do now. I don't think there's going to be enough time left, but we'll see how we go. I'll work it out. Ta-ra now. Ta-ra. See you in a bit. Okay guys, welcome back. It's nearly 10 to 7 and I've cooked the legs and the wings and the thighs for 3 hours at 68 degrees, 68.3 degrees to be exact. I also cooked the carcass in there as well. That's got to go in the oven then, and we'll roast that. I might do that out on the barbecue, and we'll see what happens. I'll make some stock out of that. We'll see what happens when it comes out. Now I'm about to put the wings, the breast in, the wings. Come on, wake up, Dennis. I've had all day to do this. I'm going to do the breast now. So these have got to go in for 2.5 hours at 63 degrees, a little bit less. So we'll shove them in there. Put my bowls in there. And put my magnets in so they don't float to the top. and we'll put the other one in on the other side. I'm not going to eat these all at once. They're going to go into the freezer, and got another 2 of these here, these magnets. These are great. These are especially for sous vide machines. Now that's no way that is going to float to the top. Right. Get the balls over there, so it, because it's just such a short time, it won't evaporate much. But I've got to buy some more extra balls I'm going to send away for this weekend. For this bit, I've had to use this bigger machine. I'm glad I got this. I only got this the other day from Nisbets, the kitchen suppliers. So I'm going to start this now. 2 hours 30 at 62 degrees. Should be 63 degrees. Oh yeah, it's got it. Right, there we go. Now, 2.5 hours, it'll all be done. I won't be cooking one of the breasts till the weekend now, because I've got shopping day tomorrow. I've got to go and get some stuff from the doctors and the chemist for Beryl. And I got a big run around tomorrow, and then Friday I'll do the main shopping, and hopefully I can take Beryl out for a cup of coffee. And today I found out I got my tax assessment, and I'm very happy chappy. Ooh, Beryl, I could spend more money. Oh, have a go at that. I'm only kidding. No, I don't need anything else yet, but I'm going to get some more of them. They're only $250 in a bag for $25 free postage, so it saves me having to buy a lid. And I've got lids for the other 3 containers, so there we go. Now, when I start cooking this on the weekend, today is Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, and then you've got Friday. I'll either do it Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure. I'll have to check with the boss, my son, see when he's home. If he's going away on Saturday, I'll do it Sunday. If he's going away Sunday, I'll do it Saturday. But what we're having this time, we're having chips with it. Don't know what veggies yet, probably corn on the cob, but we will see. I'll catch you in a bit. Well, I won't catch you in a bit, I'll catch you in a couple of days. Okay, see you in a couple of days. Okay folks, the time is up. I'm going to switch the sous vide off, and I'll take these out. Just got to watch I get the magnets out. Uh-oh. Without burning my fingers, I'll wash them. Right, that is the clean. clogged my sink up. Ouch! I splashed myself. that was hot, and it got me in the face. Good job it didn't go in my eye, that I've just had fixed. This is one of the. Oh, look at the juice in there. Can you see it? Look at that. You see the juice in that. Ooh, that's going to make some good gravy. Now they've been in. Oh, that fell down. I wasn't quick enough. Oh well, I'll get that out with the tongs. Look at that. That's got loads of stuff into it. They've been on 3 hours longer than the breasts. And when I use them, I'm going to freeze. I'm going to put them in the sink now in some cold water, and then I'm going to I'm losing my balls. Hey, this is going to make me me stock. But I've got some chicken carcasses there. I've got about 3 that I'm going to put in with it. And I've just found out a solution. Oh, how good's that? Off a guy off the internet. He said if you use chicken feet, you get a lot of gelatin off them. You don't eat the chicken off the feet. You wash them, obviously. You're going to wash them and make sure they're clean, and then you roast them. Because what I do with the carcasses now, I'll put them in the oven on trays and roast them. Now, if you want white stock, you don't roast them. If you want brown stock, which I do, I like the brown stock, and then I lighten it up with some cream. So I'll roast them till they get a nice colour on them, along with a mirepoix of veggies, which is just onion, carrots and celery. There is a formula. It's 5 to 1. How do you measure 5 to 1 of a mirepoix of vegetables to chicken bones? I don't know. I've got to change the recipe. I've got to guess it, and then you just cover it with water, and then you've got to let it cook for 4 hours, so as you reduce it to get, and then you cool it down very quickly. You leave it overnight in the fridge, and it gets about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of chicken fat, and you scrape that off and you use that again for cooking the actual chicken fat, instead of using lard or beef fat or dripping or butter. Use chicken fat. What's wrong with that? And it's snow white. I've just seen a guy do it, so I'm going to have a go at that. I'm all for doing stuff like that. You know, I like to have a go. And we'll see how we go with that. And when I do my cooking on the weekend now, it's turkey and chips. But I've got to get this in the sink now in a load of water to cool it down. I don't want it to cook anymore. I want to cool it down very quickly. So I'll say, well, it's 5 to 10. Takes a long time, but I hardly done anything else. I've done is get the machine out and switch it on, and then just keep coming back to check the temperature. And it's on my phone anyway, so I just, if I'm sat in there watching telly, I just look at my phone. Oh yeah, right, and it notifies me when it's time to put the food in, and then I put the food in for the time that I've set, and it notifies me when it's finished, and it comes up with a big sign saying cooking's finished, confirm. You press it and it turns the bloody thing off. How good's that? So that's why I upgraded. I wanted to be able to do it on my phone, so I'm still in there with my missus, keeping my eye on her. Yeah. And I can control it even if I'm out in the shops and I've got it on, and it comes up and says it's finished cooking. I can turn it off on my phone. So you know, it apparently it's sous vide. Once it's finished and it's turned off, the temperature starts dropping. As long as the temperature doesn't go any higher than the one that you've nominated, it'll go down, and it doesn't cook it anymore. All that it does is it makes it a little bit more tender and juicy, but it doesn't actually cook it. And then till it becomes cold if you're out for a long time. But if you're only out for half an hour or an hour, you come back and you take it out like I've just done now. And I'll catch you on the weekend. We'll have a good cook up, but we're having chips, probably corn on the cobs, and turkey. And I will give you a fair appraisal of what it was like I said I would do on my last one. And I couldn't fault it. And I had every intention of pulling it to bits. You believe me, honestly. I didn't think it would be any good, because I'm pretty good at making them on the Weber, turkeys. I haven't failed. But I couldn't come to terms with that this could be better than what I do out there. I thought it might be as good or reasonable, don't get me wrong, but I didn't think it'd outdo it, and it did. And I have to be honest. So Christmas turkey is looking good. They do a ham in it too, but I'm not going to do my ham. I like my ham done out there. I don't want my ham melting in your mouth. I want it nice and tender. I want a bit of body in it. So I'm quite happy with doing, and it's slicey as well. I don't want to cook my ham and it falls to bits. You know what I mean? I mean, it'd be nice. Don't get me wrong. It'd be really nice to eat, but I like to make a nice. I get my ham on my electric slicer, so I like to have slices, and it's good for sandwiches. And you can have it as thick or as thin as you like. That way, I take some ham steaks off, so we can fry them up with a fryer. Wish you could get gammon. You can't. Australia butchers don't cut the gammon the same way. You get the gammon, but it's not cut the same way as they do in the UK. Gammon in the UK is a cut on its own. The gammon in Australia is with another piece of muscle. So that's what the difference is, so I've been told. Who knows? But that's what I've been told. And Beryl went to England a few years back. I didn't go. I've been there. I've been all over England. Beryl hasn't. Beryl didn't get around much because her dad didn't have a car. But my dad did, and from being near Idle Grasshopper, I went everywhere in England. I don't think there's hardly a place I never went or went through. So I didn't want to go back. I would have loved to have gone back and seen my family though, my cousins and my aunts and my uncles. That would have been the only reason I would have gone. But I was working, so I had to pay for Beryl's trip somehow, didn't I? Yeah, she's still not paid me back. Anyway, when she was there, her brother was telling me every meal they went out for, she had gammon. So that tells you how good she liked gammon. All right, mate. I'll catch you on the weekend, and then for a little while I'll say ta-ra, but ta-ra for now.